that's how we're able to be in front of you, and we thank you publicly, sir. We thank you for it, and we hope that we can do something.
One thing that related to this, we talk about water bills a lot, that people may not be aware of, is we do have the ability now to get an emailed water bill. So, what that allows one to do is you have time to get your email, see what you owe, and use your bank processing to do it, and know exactly the amount you owe, and then get it in time. Whereas before, that was difficult to do when you waited for the mail to come and get all that happen.
That's true.
Mail, getting the bills to the house.
So,
Can we, another topic, another time, I was going to talk about going paperless. Had a question, but we'll save it for later. And I just want to say, Marvin, I know I was sharp, but you know I appreciate you and your staff and everything you do. And I love that River Oaks is #1 priority to you, the people. But I think there are answers here that we have to be able to find.
And don't worry, there's answers that we can find.
If it seemed like he was sharp to you, dude, don't worry about it. He's a lot meaner than me, so.
I've never been treated. I thought Marvin for everyone.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Ask Mr. Holland about it.
Okay, so Marvin, I meant to ask you this on today, and the day got away from me. So I thought our plan for work sessions was we were going to try to build in to come in at 6 o'clock. So my question on this, there's two things. One is we've got some stuff here that I think needs to be dealt with in exec as part of this next item. But then the second thing would be, do you have any pressing need on this as far as action taken tonight that can't wait for 2 weeks and then we schedule it as a workshop?
You can wait for 2 weeks to do that.
Okay. It's good. It's great information.
I just want to point out one thing to everybody. I don't want anybody to get upset at me, but I want to point out one thing to everybody. I am very worried about the city's financial situation. Very worried. I do the budget all the time, extremely worried. And with what all that's coming on, and getting staff for these people and all that, and getting police and fire ups, I've done everything I can do without this other happening. And
I understand.
so that's the only point I want everybody to know. I beat my head nightly over this, so.
but even, and we appreciate that, Marvin, and you're sounding the alarm, but even with this, it's a one-time temporary fix unless other things happen. Right, so.
Yeah, it's a one-time fix.
It buys us time, but we can't take our eye off the ball.
No, we have to meet whatever we set when we get to that for the future. And that I know.
So let's go ahead, we'll move items 15 and 16 to be a 6 o'clock work session on, what's the next meeting?
July 11th.
12th,
I mean.
Okay, so we'll do that, we'll schedule it as a workshop, and then potentially if we have to discuss any of it in exec, we'll do it that night as well.
So you want me to set it up as a workshop and just bypass the workshop tomorrow?
Yes, yes, sir, thank you. That way we can discuss it all at once. Item 17, update on substandard properties. Does anybody have any questions for Gordon on those?
I would like to just report that the shipping properties are being sold.
Okay.
All three of them?
Yes, sir.
Like a developer kind of person?
I believe so.
What about the one right down here?
It's going to be brought to council.
One on Howell Garden Road, sold too. Howell Garden Road, it's at the bottom, it's sold too, and they're look like they're refurbishing it right now. Who's on Howell Garden? Yeah, Amy Cooper, is that right where the dip is? Oh, okay. It's sold? Yeah. You wouldn't believe what's for it. Ain't much house there.
Okay, item number 18 is discussion and/or action regarding updates from the city manager. Martin?
I want to keep in mind tomorrow at 11:30 is Chief Spildenner's retirement party. We'd like for everybody that could to try to attend. He's been a wonderful chief, done a wonderful job, and would like for everybody that could to come and join us.
How do we get back there? come through the gate over here, or
Either way,
come through City Hall?
you just come through City Hall, it's fine.
Seems like you haven't been at a meeting since he announced it.
You can say it now, you can say it, there's a new sheriff in town. That's our man right there.
Second of all, we do, and Chief, you may rather report on this than me, is about the animal control officer and another officer.
Yes. Now you get it. We did get a animal control officer. Today he went through euthanasia certification. When we first hired him, his first day, he actually started, it coincided with the class at Fort Worth for animal control. So we hired him the first day he started class. He's been on patrol for about a week now. It's working out great. Really good guy. We do have one officer that we have hired. He's currently in FTO, so he did 5 years at Fort Worth.
I met him today, he was, I didn't get pulled over, he was across the street. With, Stanella.
Yes, yes. He's a MMA fighter.
Oh, wow.
Years old. I know him for years. But, he's a really good guy.
He worked for City of Fort Worth as an officer for 5 years?
Yes, he left Fort Worth, decided he wanted to go to school and help take care of his, child. And decided school wasn't as fun as he thought it was gonna be. So he came back as an officer.
So I'm just curious, what we hear typically is they get priced out of our range very quickly at Fort Worth. So was there something else attractive about our position?
He knows the area, just
Yeah,
wanted to
okay.
get this area here.
This small town, this small city? Yeah.
He's running down here without, he does. Well, that's, he's already know it.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah.
But, we're still, you know, gonna be three down when Chris leaves, so we're hurting for people, we're trying, looking for it. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Good luck finding them. It's hard.
I agree.
Our tire lease, I was hoping to have it on the agenda tonight, but when they sent me the survey and I researched it, the survey description was wrong. And that says they got to go on and fix that and get it back to us before we can ever even plan on bringing it to you. But they are paid up for the year under the old lease agreement. So I know it's taken a long, long time, but we're trying to get it right.
What was that?
The tire lease, yes, sir.
If it expired in December,
They had to pay for the whole year forward under the lease, even though it was coming to an end. They have to pay what Rice are paying last year to keep the negotiations open.
they're getting a deal, they're paying last
No, they're paying last year's price, yes, sir. But we will, I hope to have it at the next council meeting. If not, it'll be the following. And I believe that's all I got.
Okay. Council member questions, comments, and announcements. John?
I'm glad to hear we're being open on suggestions of ways to work out. You gotta put all this stuff on the wall. We have meetings all the time at my work, and we put everything on the wall, and some things we laugh at, and some things we approve. You can't keep moving if you don't keep trying. And that's all I got.
Okay, can I talk real quick?
No.
New sheriff, I guess, is gonna do what they're gonna do.
Going around the internet, I don't know if anybody's told y'all or given you calls, there's two men running around, wanted for murder, all around, and, it's like an internet hoax. Everybody's just replacing the city name and posted it on Facebook, and there's a River Oaks one floating around.
I thought it was a city, I thought it was River Oaks, Houston.
Well, there's the River Oaks, Houston, then there's the same one with Granbury.
Oh, my
there's the same one
gosh.
with Burleson. So, it's going around.
I've gotten a lot of
If
calls.
any of your constituents
Yes.
ask about it, let them know.
Someone asked me about our audit the other day.
Oh,
It took
yeah.
me a while to figure out what they were talking